we got some possibly unstable weather coming tomorrow. It's overcast today, so we might see some of it also today. In the state of Colorado, because they haven't had a lot of rainfall, the utility company there is warning people that, just like Pacific Gas and Electric, if their trees hit a power line, it shuts the circuit breaker down at the substation, meaning people could be sitting in the dark. Also, there's a sewage spill in the Batonic River that's pretty odorous, if you know what I'm saying. So Trump is well aware of what's going on with the Potomac and the sewage spill. Why there's a sewage spill, I don't know. I was supposed to go on to Hakate's show tonight, but she's not feeling well. So let me tell you exactly what I'm going to tell her on her show, because I'm going to record it, my segment of it, so you can see that I'm not a two-face. First of all, I have pity for anybody that just sits there and talks drama all day long, all night long, tearing people up, pulling people apart, and find it entertaining. I don't understand how anybody could do anything productive in their life if all they are is living with such vitriol and hatred that they cannot even realize that they're basically making everybody else feel like crap. Her channel is not doing well. Her channel is circulating the drain of reality. As are many drama channels, because of their lack of genteel consideration of people's feelings and emotions. I don't even understand the logic behind what they do. That's why I made this members only. Because I realized that if you truly believe what this channel represents, then you'll be there supporting the channel. And that, I think, is important. We are a real community of people that do support each other. Sometimes we argue, sometimes we fight, but most of the part, we do know and do care about each other. I just can't understand the logic behind it in those drama channels. So yes, Hakate, I'll come on your channel. I'll put on your fiberglass underwear, because you're going to get a bit of a roasting. Not so much you as the person, but was what your channel was representing. I don't like doing that to people, because it's normally out of my character, but, I talked to Gemini Jen about it last night. She said, I wish we can go back to the way things were in the old days. I said, well, we still do the things that we did in the old days, but honestly, the problem is this ship has already sailed underneath the bridge. There's not much you can do except build a new ship. Now, it's a shame, because it's really hurting me emotionally to have to be putting myself out on the channel and actually having to dress down another channel because of their impolite behaviors. If you like drama, you probably wouldn't be here. Okay? If you don't like drama, more likely you'll be here because you know that we don't really allow it as much. As I said, we got a real drama situation with sewage in the Potomac. We have a real situation with potential wildfires in Colorado. We have a real situation with ice. We have a real situation with Guthrie. What little I understand about Guthrie. We have a real situation with Iran and Iraq. We have a real situation with Russia. We have a real situation with China. I can pick up plenty of real situations, but even I don't have the patience to listen to that either. It's just not what I want to do. When I get up in the morning, and I do every day at 10 a.m., sometimes I sleep a little later, but I get up and get ready and get dressed for the show every morning, no matter how I feel. I waddle in here, I sit down, I get ready for the show. And I am here for you because I care about you as a people. People like these drama channels don't care about you as people. They see you as targets, which is a shame. And I can't even understand how in the heaven's name they can even make ends meet. What's their personal life like? It must be pity. Think about it. You go out every morning. Oh, the tax collector hates me because he's increased my taxes on my car this year. Oh, the electric company hates me because they increased my electric rates. And I'm going to go ahead and dox their meter reader. Do you see that? You see the irony here, the stupidity, what they think? Or, the bank basically thinks I'm terrible because they increased my interest rate on my loan because they consider me a high risk, even though I'm paying my bills and I'm falling behind. Well, in that last one, unfortunately, that's happening to a lot of Americans now. But the thing is, you don't come here for that. You come here for 2 hours, possibly maybe 3, to get a little bit of a safe harbor feel. A place where you can come in, have a coffee, and feel like you're part of a community that really does want to see everybody happy and pleasant and joyful. I know that sometimes you guys think it's kind of stupid and you think I'm wishy-washy because on one sense I'm trying to give her a chance to redeem herself. I really would like to see people show the good side, but the truth is I know that after a while even I get fed up with them too, especially the ones that are thick as bricks that come in here and they think that they can change our channel to one of those Hakate drama channels. This will never be a drama channel. If that's what you want, there's dozens of channels on YouTube for you. You just gotta go ahead and just spin the giant wheel of drama. And you can get any drama channel you want. But how many channels that feature a wheel of peace? There's only 11 of them. And you know what? I'm one of the 11. Well, I don't have children. So I don't have to worry about that. As far as wellness check comes, sure, they can come check out my house. There's nothing wrong with it. My house is clean. My eyesight is being maintained. I eat properly. I have nothing to fear. In fact, if anybody does wellness check on them, they should do a wellness check on themselves. I don't know. I can't say anything specifically about her health, but the fact that she's doing these 24-hour streams and blocks and then crashes for days and then goes out there, does it again, over and over again, she's going to basically destroy her health. And it sounds like some of the community have already done that. They're severely obese. They're overweight. They're high and strung out on blood pressure medication and insulin and everything else, and probably even antidepressants, maybe sedatives. and antipsychotics because that's the only thing they can use to keep going. Hakate doesn't even deal with real world drama. It's all pretentious YouTube garbage. It's not the real world drama. As I said, I sometimes do the real world drama, like what's going on with the Batonic and what's going on in Colorado with the power company and possible wildfires. That's real world drama. But even I don't cover that heavily. I just bring up the news, just put out a quick little news flash here and there, and that's about it. Because that's all I can take. Because it stresses me out so bad to have to listen to, oh, this country's rattling sabers at this other country because this other country says that this country is terrible and that this country is allowing innocent people to be executed because they had a protest. I'm talking about you, Iran. You know, the thing is that I don't understand why anybody would want to sit through seeing the depravity of where humanity has collapsed and has lost its humanity, turning ourselves into barbaric animals. And drama channels is the first step towards barbarism. Yeah. I am on Tiger's side here. Tiger did nothing to deserve Hakate's ire. None. Zip. Nothing. Gemini Jim did nothing. The only one that potentially, and it's even that is basically a straw man, is Noodles getting involved with Miss Hussey. Hakate hates Miss Hussey. Okay? That's nothing to do with me. When she called the local police in that town of Whippany because we were staying in a motel, what was the point behind that, lady? You thought he was grooming me? I'm 57 years old. And let's be honest, he wasn't. But even if he was, I am an adult. I'm not a child. And I don't think you should be sticking your nose into my beeswax. We are trying to grow a channel that's based on let's have some fun in life before we all eventually face an inevitable demise. We all know, 57 years old, you're not going to live forever. What's the point of arguing about that? You all agree. This channel needs stuff to do. I can't stress that enough. But you're turning away my patrons, my supporters, and making them feel like they're not welcome here? And yet at the same time, you say you, in open air quotes, care? Do you care? No, you don't care. If I lose everything, I end up homeless. You wouldn't care either. Do you think you would be there giving me a bed in your home in Toronto? No, you would not. That's so despicable. I want you to clip every single minute of this, and I want you to send this to her. I want you to podcast us on every single social media site. Clip the whole damn thing. I want this out there as a public statement to every single YouTube platform. The North American Snow Queen channel is not a drama. It's never going to be a drama channel. And it's never going to deal with pretentious bullshit. We have people here that come here because they enjoy the relaxed atmosphere, and we want to keep it that way. We want people to feel like they're in a safe place. Yes, Rusty, I know. Yeah. I mean, it's got to stop. We don't need this kind of negative energy coming into this channel. Now, 31 views. It's not bad for less than 15 minutes. So let's see if we can try to keep things on a positive note. Last night I put up a few more songs that I featured on the show in the download so you can listen to them. I've organized a music list and sorted out the ones that got misfiled under another music list by mistake. Yeah, well, sometimes I have to. Because, I mean, I am a human being and I do get feelings. It's me that's being dramatic. It's not the channel. So let's start by first of all giving hellos to everybody that's here. So let me pull up all the people's names. Okay? Now let's go. First of all, hello to Hammer and Nails, Jeff's, Krista, let's see, Moose Knuckle, Parasolo, thank you very much, Rambo, Restream, Tiger Kitty, and YouTube moderator. Welcome to everybody. Thank you so much for the $2 donation as well. Thank you so much. Now, as far as the large women with the large fupas, let me just say this much. The woman on the trampoline was kind of funny. I'm sorry I didn't show it on the screen, but honestly, I wasn't sure what was safe to show on YouTube. I don't like to make fun of the morbidly obese, but I mean, I am human. I do find it kind of unusual. But I actually did find out from Grok. I asked about the question yesterday how they take care of their sanitary needs. They have special bariatric toilets that are designed to support up to 1,200 pounds. These are special installed toilets in their homes, or they'll install additional toilet jigs for extra big people. Some of them, because of their size, can't use a regular toilet at all and have to use a bedpan, but those are not everybody. Of course, as you can guess, they use a bidet, type attachment to spray their privates, which makes sense. They can't easily get down there to wipe because of that fupa or apron in the front. I know that since I've lost weight, I find it easier to take care of my needs too. But I'm not morbidly obese either. Okay. I don't know. That's a great question. Christy, you watched my 600-pound life. I think you can see how some of them manage to live. They're living on a wish and a prayer. That's the real truth. Thank you
Fuck
very
girls
much.
suck.
I don't know they necessarily suck, but their health is terrible. And it also applies to fat boys, too, let's be honest, okay? I mean, two fat people can't even basically make love to each other. They'd have to attach a garden hose between each other just to basically pass sperm into her just to get her pregnant. But then again, that's another question. Someone that's severely morbidly obese would be a terrible option for having a pregnancy. Well, Rambo, some people do have a problem with weight loss. And sometimes it is not their fault. Okay? I'm not talking about those that cannot lose weight for whatever medical reason. I'm talking about those that could but refuse to do it. Those are the ones we're talking about. If you are able to lose weight, i.e., stop eating at McDonald's, stop eating at KFC, stop eating all this greasy, fatty food, and choose not to, I'm not going to laugh at you. But I'm seriously going to be asking myself, why would you want to subject yourself to such a hard life? Right. Exactly, Chris, but you have a medical condition. Your situation is not the same. Okay? It's those that choose not to care. Those are the ones I'm talking about. Oh, I know McDonald's food's got a lot of fillers and additives. We know that. Flavor enhancers so that you'll buy more. Sugars in the French fries. Sugar in, maybe there's even sugar in the hamburger meat. Who knows? Yeah, I know that, Krista. Well, we're not just talking about the girls that have the equivalent of a natural BBL here. We're talking about the girls that have a huge fupa in the front that basically can't even see their feet. And that's not just a girl problem, but I mean it just is sad. Now, fat guys can't really do much either. Noodles. So it's not just a woman thing. They can't breathe well. They can't move well. They can't buy clothes at a standard store off the rack. They can't properly, easily relieve themselves. They can't easily take a bath. Maybe in a swimming pool, but most bathtubs can't support their weight. It's now I'm about 280 pounds. I'm not skinny, okay, but I cannot, because of my knee mainly, I cannot use a standard modern bathtub because a standard modern bathtub is almost impossible for me to get out of because of my knee injury. Also, modern bathtubs, from my own personal experience, I'm talking about the fiberglass ones and the acrylic ones, do not properly support anybody that weighs close to 300 pounds. Then the reason is, unless the tub has been properly set up specifically for larger people, it can collapse under my weight. Okay? Now you take a 1,200 pounder, you put them in that same tub, they're going to end up in the apartment below. Okay? That's just a fact. My tub is cast iron. It's a clawfoot tub. My tub is rated easily, can support 1,200 pounds. Remember, you got water in that tub too. So you have to consider that. When you fill a tub with 30 gallons of water, 4 pounds per gallon of water, 30 gallons is 120 pounds, plus your weight is a lot of poundage, plus the tub itself. How much does it weigh? That's a lot of stress on floor members, on cross bracing, everything. Oh yeah, those are even more worthless. Walk-in showers perhaps would be fine for a fatty like that, but I don't want to. I like a bath. I'm a bather. Okay, I enjoy taking baths. I enjoy my one day a week when I can just basically plop my big fat butt in the tub and just soak for an hour. Just soak and let my mind meander and not have to worry about rushing out because I have plenty of hours between me and let me get her show started. When we can think about things and meditate on the life, universe, and everything and not feel like we're in a rush. The shower doesn't give me that same feel. Yeah, first floor or in a building with reinforced concrete slab construction. Oh, yeah. I'm still talking about that. I'm still planning to move one day. We talked about this because if I buy a house in the future, I can't tell you when because, well, you know how life is. Things change. Then when I'm building a bathroom, it has to be a bathroom when I want my clawfoot tub in my bathroom. Or one just like the one they have, so that I can comfortably take a nice hot bath and get in and out of my tub safely. Yeah, well, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Me and someone else are talking about ideas. No, it's not Hakate. Thank God. No, it's not her. There's somebody that's part of this community that we all trust and like a lot. Okay? And she was talking about what she would like to get if she was to get a house. And she said, well, I definitely would like to have a wood stove in my kitchen. I said, that's no problem. And she said, what you said about oil heat makes sense too. And the fact is, you mentioned hot water radiators because they don't send dust from room to room like in like hot air. And I said, plus, in addition, you can also have that boiler heat the water for you too. So you'll have plenty of hot water for cooking and stuff like that. So that's, and she agreed with me that she doesn't really feel comfortable too much with natural gas because natural gas systems can fail catastrophically, as has already happened in Washington State when a major gas pipeline exploded. So that's what we're discussing. Um, are we gonna move in together? I don't know. Are we gonna be moving in separately? God knows. I don't. I just deal with every day. Hopefully, we're gonna come up with, when God decides is the best is what God decides is the best, whatever it is. It could be next year. It could be It could be in 10 years. It could be in 5 years. It could be next week, which I don't think so. But the point is, it's up to God. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest when I say that. Oh yeah, people cook over an open hearth. There's nothing wrong with that. You know how to use the stanchions and the pots that are supported by the tripods, which is also something you see in campsites too, with cauldrons and our large pot sitting over a campfire. Oh yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. But just like my description says below here, this is something I need to worry about. Um, it says here, Michele Marie Dalene is registered blind, partially deaf with mobility issues. That means a lot, and I'm not a you know ignorant person that thinks they can do everything. I can't. I'm 57. I'm gonna be 58 in September. I can't do everything. But you know what? I still love doing what I do. And I will still always remain independent. I will always remain independent to the day they put me in a box. That's a Virgo and a Generation X thing. You have to understand Generation X. We grew up having to be independent. We didn't have 1-800 DI or assistance, for some things. We had to fix things ourselves. Chain falls off your bike, guess what? You gotta fix it yourself. You gotta know how to fix your chain on your bike. You want to get something done, you want to learn something, you go to the library and you study books on the subject. You know how to use the card catalog, you look books up. Oh, yeah, there is. Risk with any heating systems. So let's cover the most common fuel right now that is being used as alternative fuel. Wood. Make sure your wood is properly seasoned, but also it is important at least once a year to get your chimney cleaned and inspected to make sure you don't have a creosote buildup. Because a chimney fire is a terrifying thing, and it's avoidable with proper preventive maintenance. And that's something to keep in mind. Also, if you heat with any kind of fuel, you should have your system inspected at least once a year. Make sure that the system is operating within its expected parameters, that the safety circuits are doing their job and tripping out when they're supposed to. As far as do not pay any money, pay money for what? All right, let's get the panel open here. It's VAC. VAC. If you want to talk to me. Yeah. Well, I grew up in New England where we used to heat with heating oil. And after a while, you get used to the smell of heating oil, especially with the ultra low sulfur fuels that are available. You can burn number 2 diesel in a heating oil furnace if you want. Even the road grade stuff that's clear, you can still burn that in a standard oil fired furnace that'll run fine. You don't even have to change the jets. It's low sulfur, so which means it's not going to give you that sulfur smell. Right. No one knows. As I said, it's up to God. God can decide to totally throw you a monkey wrench. You know, what happens if you break your other kneecap? Well, then you know what's going to happen. You're going to be living in a wheelchair for the rest of your life. Or at least a walker just to get to the bathroom. But, you know, you make your best, you do the best you can. That's all you can do. I mean, I think some people forget that. You know, it's you're only on this earth for what? I mean, average 80 to 90 years, and then the day comes when you leave the building for good, right? There's nothing you can do about it. But when you leave the building, the question is do you leave the building at least enjoying the last few hours of your life in a healthy way where you can breathe on your own, think on your own, and just quietly expire? Or do you actually get stuck in an ICU, intubated, and gasping through a ventilator tube, dealing with organ shutdown? Well, I can't promise you which way it's going to happen, but it's going to happen sooner or later. I want to count on that. And by the way, for those of you that are under 30, which is not most of those people here, because most of us looking at the stats, we're easily in the 40s plus, okay? But if you are a younger viewer on this channel, and you think your life is going to be long and prosperous, let me just tell you something. I was you at one time. I thought I was invincible. I'm going to live forever. Yeah, well, the big 5'7" catches up to you pretty quick when you're not looking. Yeah, that's what I mean. So you don't know what you're going to be doing. And like I said, it's... But you know what? I'm going to do the best I can to enjoy what's left of my time. And this is why I want to bring this up as what Noodles is saying. He's afraid that if we do anything that people like Hakate are going to constantly try to make trouble. We've had problems with Butter doing the same thing. But what he's also right about is that these trips do cost money. They're not free. There's resources involved. There's planning involved. But you know what? That's true with anything. So the question is do you just sit around in your studio all day and just putter around, dreaming of things that you can do but just choose not to? Or do you have a valid, legitimate complaint of wanting to do things that you physically cannot do? There's a difference. The one is want to do but can't because of lack of funds. The other one is can't do because of physical mobility issues. There's a difference. And I moved from a 2-floor home to 1-level home. I'm considering it. I'm not against going to a 1-floor ranch house, or maybe even a raised level ranch. You know, a raised ranch would be fine too. Because I'm still going to be using the basement no matter what. Not only because that's where the oil burner is going to be for the boiler, but also because that is where, the studio would be as well. So our studio would be in the basement. Why? Because in the basement you have natural air conditioning. It's cooler, the temperatures are mild. You don't really need as much air conditioning in the basement. Yeah, maybe you might need a little bit of humidity removal because the ways, they stay humid in the basement year round, but it's not insurmountable. A lot of people on this channel have disabilities of various types. And I welcome anyone here, disabled or not. We're a community where we appreciate each other. And that's another thing that I do not see on some of those other channels. And that's, again, it's like why we're one of 11 channels on YouTube that really do care.
Oh, yeah!
Ah, why are you laughing? Because I think the sad truth is the drama channels don't get it. Well, as far as I'm concerned, drama channels could go suck a big fat gherkin. Because you know what? We are a community, and anyone should feel like they're part of something wonderful. Now, one reason why I don't do too many shows in a day is because of my health. I'm getting older, so some days after a 2-3 hour show, I am emotionally beat. And then I just gotta basically just quietly tumble into bed and just collapse. It's just because it's emotionally exhausting sometimes. Some shows can be very stressful, exhausting, and other shows are just good. But still, I need to emotionally recover. Well, that's fine with me, Hammer, because I'm not into that. Is that what Massachusetts is doing? Or is that what, because Connecticut didn't mention it, but Nicole did say that 41 states are making changes to the EBT SNAP program, so. In Connecticut, they're changing in March, starting in March, how your check is dispersed based on the last 2 digits of your client ID number. Because my last 2 digits are 61, my check is going to come in on the 4th of March, which isn't that bad. It's only a day after I get my Social Security check on the 3rd. Yeah. Okay, I see it now. 1 minute. Let me let him on. Emit 1. It's Tiger. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Sorry about the delay.
Oh, it's all right.
So
you're thinking of moving with this person? Are you sure it's a real person?
It's a real person. It's a person I trust.
Okay.
But it's not official because I think the person is still not sure what they want to do. So
right.
That's all I can say. So
what's the time frame?
Well, we don't know. Again, that's one of the things that neither one of us know. We don't know.
Oh, okay. Do you know whereabouts?
I'm not disclosing that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
But that's all I can say. And I don't know when, and I'm not telling where, because even if I tell where, I still can't tell you when. Or if it's even a real thing, or if she was just making light conversation. So that's all I'll say.
Okay. All right. Well, just don't be handing over any money for anything, or like, oh, we got to have 6 months in advance.
No, it's a person in the community, Tiger.
All right. I'm just saying, if don't get too excited and.
Right. We know it's going to at least take a year. You know that, because the idea was we're going to see about trying to acquire a small little house. So it wouldn't be an apartment. I don't know. I don't know.
Yes, Rambo, it's every year about this time.
What can I do for this person? What can this person do for me? Well, this person, first of all, has a car, is healthy. It's got good eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
What I can do is I am good with mechanical things, electrical things, electronic things. I mean, I'll be able to easily mow the grass with a push mower.
Hi, voiceless.
So that's all I can say right now.
All right.
How you doing, voiceless?
What I was going to say is, yeah, I agree. You do need money for trips and stuff, but I think the best way to do that is to have a goal.
Well, you know, there's a goal function on here, but here's the thing: the goal function doesn't focus on dollars. It focuses on, for example, how many super chats.
No, I meant like, can we not have because you're gonna need. I don't know how much money you're gonna need.
Right, like
if you
for
did
example,
it for a whole month, can you not have a goal for a month to try and get?
Right. For example, we talked about the Vintage Computer Fest in New England or in East Coast.
He's not stopped talking about that. Yeah, but okay, and then you got to work out how much you're going to need for this trip. You're going to have to know how much the gas is going to be, how much the hotel is going to be.
If there's any admission tickets, yeah, food,
tickets, right? I don't know. I'm definitely missing shit out that you need, but yeah. And then you get that goal, and then you say, right, we need X amount by the end of the month, and we'll just keep going.
I don't know if they need a mechanical engineer in their life, but I do know is that just like a lot of people, they don't know everything about everything. So,
hi, Fairy.
How you doing, Fairy? Yeah, so anyway.
And the thing with that, Michelle, is you really need to start that as soon as possible, because if you don't get the money in a month, you might have to roll it over and continue until you get the amount needed.
Well, depending on the Vintage Computer Fest East, we do know usually on a realistic nature a year before. So we do know that.
I'm just saying, it's the quicker you do it, because it might not. I don't know how much this is going to be, but if you don't get the goal in the first month, you could just roll it over until then you'll have enough time before.
Right, like when we went to Chiller Theater, that's kind of what we did. We started doing the money gathering in August. Because we knew September it was going to be kind of hard to guarantee I can get all the money in September, but I had to get the reservation in as soon as I could to avoid
right, and that worked out. It worked out fantastic.
It did. Until Hakate tried to make Noodle's life unhappy. Well, it's not guaranteed I'm moving in with anybody. It's me and the person we're just talking about it, kind of on a light level, not really hardcore talking. That's all I'll say about that. Nothing was agreed on. Because I said that I would like to consider moving one day to meet people's recommendations that you should try to get a place that's, i.e., like a ranch house or a small bungalow or cottage.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, we were talking about, me and this person.
I want to remind you of something. There was a time that you were considering moving in with molasses.
I remember that.
And look where she is now.
I really kind of questioned if that would have been even a good idea when she suggested it.
She went
and when I saw what the house is looking in California, I said, hell no. No. Especially with the one house with the big giant air conditioner on the top of the roof. In a state that's highly earthquake prone.
Living with someone, as you know, after Ed, can be a nightmare.
That can be very nerve-wracking for me.
Right. If you're going to live with someone, you're going to need a big enough place that you've got completely your own.
And what happens if the situation when you and the other person doesn't work out and your names are both on the mortgage?
Oh, you're talking about buying somewhere with this person.
We're talking about buying.
Oh.
Then what happens? Then you have to buy. Then you have to buy out their share of the mortgage.
I would never buy a house with somebody I don't know on the internet. I mean, that should be common sense.
Yeah.
Think about it. Would you give that advice to someone?
I would just say this much. If you are seriously going to invest in a house with a friend, and you know for a while, and you really do trust that friend, make sure you understand that if you guys need to separate, that you're going to end up buying out their share of the mortgage. And make sure you have money put aside for that. Because that means that if the mortgage is, say, in taxes, fees, everything else comes out to be, say, like $1,400, that you have access to $1,400 each month. Otherwise, they're going to foreclose on you. And then when they foreclose on you, you're going to become homeless. And that's not including everyday things like food and utilities.
To live with somebody, you have to get on with. You have to have a patience of a saint.
Oh yeah, that too. Absolutely. Trust me, I learned that from living with Ed all the years I lived with him. So.
Oh, it was hell. That was all hell living with Ed.
Oh, I know. And especially in this apartment.
He would want the bed, then you would want the bed.
I've known this person about 2 years, so. But that's not the point. I don't know if that's actually ever going to be a thing, but we were just lately talking about it. But we'll see what the future holds.
Yeah, we'll see. But in the meantime, back to the trips.
Yeah,
absolutely. If you've got a trip in mind, I would and do it way before the trip, so you have time to get the money. You can't guarantee you're going to get it in a month. It depends how much it is.
All right. And the thing is that, like the case of the Vintage Computer Fest East, as I understand it, and I might be wrong, the actual Vintage Computer Fest East is very low admission cost, if any.
Okay.
But the hotel isn't going to be. And how much money does it cost to get there? I mean, how many miles to the gallon does the vehicle get will determine how many gallons of gasoline you're going to need for fuel. And you don't want to fleece the audience and say, give me $3,000 when you realistically realize you only need about $1,000. But at the same time,
this is how many nights is it?
Well, the Vintage Computer Fest is a weekend, so it's like at least Friday, Saturday, then they wrap it up on Sunday.
Oh, does Noodles know it's a 3-day fucking band?
For Noodles, I think he probably would see a 3-day
Where
event.
is
It's as
he?
exciting as going for coloscopy.
Yeah, yeah, Michelle. I
Especially
think
in
you might.
that, you know.
I had no idea it was 3-day event.
Chiller Theater was 3 days, but we didn't go for 3. I would have hated it if I had to sit there for 3 days. One day
Okay.
was bad enough. I was.
Oh my God! It's in April. You need to start asking for
Right.
donations now. You need to get the goal up.
Right.
Michelle.
Right. Agree. And that's what we're trying to do. That's
Okay,
what.
work out, call it. Just you can probably look online, see how much hotel room is. But before, I would talk to Noodles because I don't think he's aware that this is a 3-day event.
Well,
I wasn't.
I know what Noodles is that he probably could do for a day, just like we did with Chiller Theater, or we get there, say, Friday
Oh
night.
wow! Thanks, Full of Wonders. Tickets are 10% off if you buy them in advance. But again, you need to talk to Noodles.
Right. And also, the other thing is, too, is what town is that in again? That's a town of New Jersey I'm not familiar with. So we need to know where the nearest motels are.
No exhibits on Friday.
Right, so there's no exhibits on Friday because they're setting up. So Saturday and Sunday are the 2 main days.
Oh, thank you, Full of Wonders.
Thank you very much. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm looking forward to going to this. And Noodles may not
April
like
the 17th till the 19th, Michelle.
Right. So
You
let's
need
see.
to start
I think
asking for money now. You need to work out how much you need.
Yeah, I know. But then again, I don't want to sound like I'm e-begging either. You know,
Oh my goodness, Michelle. You people donate or they don't.
Right. Right now, lately, they haven't really been donating much at all.
Well,
But that's not because of me. That's because they're worried about real world expenses right now. And right now, the American economy for the average person is a total concern. It's not like they can throw discretionary money around right now.
a lot of people are saying it's going to be a snore fest. I wonder if Noodles will get into it. I mean,
Noodles
just
probably is one of the people that are going to be snoring. It's for him. It's going to be like his chiller theater.
is there anything in there that he might like, though? Like maybe his era when he was growing up, some stuff.
Well, there were home computer exhibits of computers that were probably from his era.
He'll probably have a little
childhood.
game he can play, Pac-Man or something.
Yeah, there were games there. There's different eras of computers, home computers, PCs, Macs. You know,
And
there's even free stuff.
Astro. Was it called Astro?
Asteroids.
Do.
Asteroids. Asteroids was actually in the 70s. That's more my era.
Oh, mine too.
Exactly. It is tightening people's wallets. And so I'm trying to be very empathetic. I understand that donations are just not there. It's not because people or just don't want to donate.
God.
They can't.
Saturday and Sunday is $82 a person.
Sunday is $82 a person at the exhibits.
Yeah, that's quite hefty, Michelle, to get in. But hey ho, I don't know if he's going to want to do a double. Can you not just pay for one day? Or do you have to do Saturday and Sunday? Oh, you're going to want 2 days, aren't you?
Yeah, we could do 2 days if we could make it. Here's why. Because the fact is that once he gets there, just like we did at Chiller Theater, he's going to end up going there on Saturday, check into the hotel, right? And then just walking around the exhibits for a day, all those computers. Like I said, for him, this is going to be his chiller theater, unfortunately. This is going to be the kind of thing where he's going to be snore. This is absolutely the pits.
I don't know if he doesn't like gaming either, does he?
I don't know if he likes gaming or not, because there was a David Noodles builder on YouTube that was a gamer.
What's it?
I don't know.
All right. If you go Saturday, it's $44 each. Thank you, Wonders.
That's not bad. That's about what it costs for chiller theater.
You need 88 entrance fee.
That's for 2 people.
Yeah. So put that down on your piece of paper. 88.
So basically, just like the chiller theater, you probably can get, if you order tickets in advance, you probably can get a slight discount. But
well, that's just a bonus. That's a bonus if you can, but I would aim for that.
Yeah. And then don't forget, we got to go ahead and book the hotel too, ideally in advance to get the best rate.
Doesn't Noodles live there? Or is it way away?
I don't know exactly what town it's in. It's near the New Jersey coastline. Okay.
Well.
So is it in southern New Jersey?
That's not too bad. See what you could do hotel wise, and then even if that's shit, at least you're got somewhere nice to stay. And if you get bored of the computer stuff,
yeah, it's Hull, New Jersey. Hull, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where Hull, New Jersey is. Oh, I got the dentist already prepared. That's already set. That's appointment's already set for the March 9th. At so Hull, New Jersey. So apparently it looks like it's in an old base, military base. It's a museum. It's a type of what was it? Like a kids science museum?
Yeah. Well, if you get a nice little place, down by the coast, it'll be a nice little vacation.
But right now, even Noodles is
pointed. You can take your swimming costume, go for a dip.
Yeah, great. Go swimming in the ocean, and then it's only maybe about 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. Maybe the hotel will have a pool.
Well, the one we stayed in that was the inexpensive one, the Rose Inn, which was a nice inn, by the way. I liked that. It was a good room. That didn't have a pool. At least I didn't see one listed on their website.
Well, you should aim to get, the basics. And if you get a little bit more, maybe you could upgrade your room.
Sure, I could go to the beach if it was summer. But getting into the ocean with my knee could be a little bit of a challenge. I mean, my walker's made out of aluminium, so the salt water wouldn't rot it out. I can't say anything about the nuts on my wheels, but so like I said, we can check it out. We do need to talk to Noodles and tell him that I still want to do this trip. But I mean, people right now are seriously don't know what their economy is, and their ability to donate is seriously going to be limited.
Well, yeah, but I do think it would help if you had a goal. People knew, like, this is going to the goal.
We talked about this last year. Remember when we were talking about this in Chiller Theater after we did Chiller
And
Theater?
it worked. You got the money for Chiller Theater.
Right. And
You
I
got
said
it in
I
one
still wanted,
evening,
and I
didn't
still
you?
wanted to go to the Vintage Computer Festival in New Jersey.
You
And
got
I
that in
said
one
that was
evening,
gonna be in the, it
Michelle.
was gonna be in the spring. So people already knew that I was thinking about it in advance. They already knew about it.
I know, but we need to keep a tally of the goal of, you know.
Yeah.
How can you keep a tally of the, and when
Yeah,
people,
300 is reasonable. Figure like, okay, $44 entrance fee. Person is 2. That's 88. The hotel room, depending on how much that's gonna be.
food, they want food money.
They're gonna eat. You know, you gotta consider the fuel. How much gasoline? How many gallons of gasoline do you know? How many is it per gallon?
Noodles has to go fetch you and bring you back.
That goes as part of the
And
total
he
fuel
has
cost.
to take her all the way back there.
Yeah. Hotels are currently $130 to $108 for that day. Yeah, we got a good deal on the Rose Inn in Whippany. I didn't have a problem with that. I mean, because Whippany was close to Parsippany, so we didn't have a problem. So if it's a hotel that's not too far away from Hall, New Jersey, like it was like Parsippany, like it was, was where the actual Chiller Theater was. But we got a room in Whippany, which was like a smaller town outside of Parsippany. That worked out pretty well.
Well, just get a bloody goal.
What is
goal.
that, Brambo? Only fatties?
I got this thing, I don't know why, about
Looks like it's only an hour drive away from Noodles, which could save hotel costs completely. That could be an option.
Yeah, but it would be nice to kind of wake up near the beach and.
Well, you near the beach is going to cost you more money. You know that, right?
I'm just thinking you can make it like a little vacation. When was the last time you went to the beach and saw?
Oh yeah, I get that. But in April, most people are not going to go swimming in April on the beach.
All right, quit the swimming then.
They do the polar bear plunge type of thing, maybe. We just jump in the water real quick and then run out.
RJ, Michelle, has RJ got the wrong link? RJ is trying to come on the page.
Yeah, do you? Because I think we changed the link. It's not UXE anymore. It's VAC. I'll send it to you. Yeah, I'll send it to him. I thought I sent it to him.
All right, Michelle.
Copy that.
It's not that big a deal.
I'll get it to him. Just give me a second here.
Yeah, hi RJ, anyway. So, do we think, what is that, 300? That's not including food though, is it?
No, it's not. It doesn't even really cover the hotel either, in some cases, depending on what the rate of the hotel is. I mean, for 300, it's either or. It's either food or hotel.
Oh, it's not gonna cost 300 a night. Wonders just looked.
Okay, I just sent it to RJ.
It's gone now.
Close this good deal. So because we got a pretty good deal because we booked the Rose Inn in advance. That's why we got the rate we got.
Right. So the quicker you decide how much you need, the better. And then how can we? Someone's going to have to keep track.
Well, because the money gets directly deposited in my checking account, that'd be me. And don't forget that the way I do it, after I get pay the deposits, I would go to the ATM and take out a chunk of the money up front.
I think. What about 500? Is 500?
500 is a reasonable goal. I think that covers most everything.
Does that sound fair? 500.
Yeah, 500 sounds fair. And then, of course, there might be things I might be interested in some things too, because you can buy stuff there. I can't think of anything I really need.
Can we do a GoFundMe? Is that free?
Yeah, GoFundMe's free, but the thing
so then everyone can like donate.
I tried to do a GoFundMe on my teeth years ago, and I got nowhere.
They could do it like without the name showing up and stuff.
No, I don't think that without the name showing up. No, but because there is a paper trail with GoFundMe.
All right, so we need 500. So
now I know Noodles was like kind of partially joking. He said, "Well, we could sleep in the truck." I'm like, "No,
hang on, we're doing all this. We haven't even spoke to Noodles whether he's gonna even do the trip.
Right?
We should.
Exactly.
Yeah, we need that.
Which means if he chose not to do the trip and I had to go with somebody else, ideally I wouldn't want to go alone. Then I'd have to figure out how are they going to meet me at the rendezvous point to go. For example,
I love it, Hammer. Michelle, you could do a bake sale.
I don't think so. I don't think I'd do the equivalent to 2 good selling Girl Scout cookies. I don't know what Noodles is right now. He could be anywhere. He could be on his channel right now. He was here earlier, but he could be on his channel right now talking about things too.
Right. Well, until we talk to him, nothing's set in stone. But we need to talk to him because we need to get the ball rolling. But we need somehow, like, it shows people the number going down. Yeah. You know what I mean? You start off with 500 and then boom, it's gone down 20 and then it's gone down another 5. Is there nothing you can do that makes that happen?
Well, I know that when I was looking at the local lodging for the Persephone, I was looking at hotels.com looking for the motels and inns that were not ridiculously expensive because the Hilton was so expensive. They wanted me to buy for full 3 days. We only could have been there for a day. And I said,
Michelle, is there a way you can have like $500 on your screen and then you could physically remove
well, the thing is, it would have to be kept running total during every show, but yeah. Maybe it wouldn't be automatic though. But yes, if you...
Yeah, but you've got enough people here that would count. Plus your streams are all recorded. They're all that. So if no one did count, we could go back and look.
Right. Besides that, we also document the money as the monthly totals as we come in. Right now, for example, we are almost at $200 for this month. Almost. Not quite there yet.
And how are you going to keep that separate from normal donations then?
We can't. Not easily. I mean, donations go towards everything. They go for the trip. They would go for utilities. They go for the expenses. So we would just have to say 500 of this is going to the trip, and the rest of it just goes to the everyday expenses.
Okay.
Yeah. How you doing, Galaxy Ice? Any new MMD stripped artwork? Because I haven't looked yet today. Oh, by the way, I put the songs up on the YouTube that I created, so they're now available for you to play in the on the playlist of Michelle's music. And I found some of the music that was misfiled under music, which was actually set up as a separate playlist for songs by other creators that I liked.
Creators.
So all my music is now placed through places so you can find everything.
All right, well, I'm really busy today, so I've got to get going.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think it's a great idea. And if you could have a goal somehow, I don't know, that you can take money off of so people can
and
see.
by the way, let RJ know that I did send him the link.
RJ, she sent you the link. What do you want me to?
It's in your DMs on your Discord. So what's the newest MMD strip artwork coming out? What's the next art piece coming up? By the way, if you guys want to hear something cool, I was listening to a story last night on the internet. I like to listen to stories, and some of these crossover stories are fun. Battlestar Galactica, which is the newer Battlestar Galactica, enters into the Star Trek Next Generation universe. But it's not this idea of this crossover that's interesting. It's what they were talking about with artificial intelligence. They were mentioning in the story that the people of the colonials were after the creation of the Cylons and the damage that the Cylons did. They don't trust AI. And yet, as you know, in the Starfleet Federation, you have Lieutenant Commander Data, which is an AI, and a few other AI type bots. And colonials were afraid that the artificial intelligence is going to take control and do what the Cylons did and just do genocide. And I was saying, and I pointed out in the comment on that video, I said, well, isn't it kind of interesting because we're having that talk now? Or we're asking the same question when AGI comes in. Is artificial general intelligence potential mean when that our AIs may decide to go against us and fight us and go to war with us? Yeah. Oh. Fan fiction. Yeah. Ghost Girl says men always figure out what they lost about a month later, so it lines up, but still. I still think $500 is too low. Well, you know what, guys? Look, as Snyder Reports has said, people are so broke right now that they're selling plasma. Okay, they're selling blood. They're selling plasma and other bodily fluids because they gotta pay their bills. Okay? So if it's so bad that people, and I'm not talking about drug users, are selling blood to pay bills, that means you're talking about asking a person to support going to Hull, New Jersey for the Vintage Computer Fest East. The donations from people that may not have two nickels to rub together. I cannot, and I mean it, I'm seriously, because I've been there. I cannot comfortably say to somebody, pay up anyway. Because I can't say that. I've been there. It's just like me and Gemini Gem talked about. She said, you know what it's like when you can barely, make it with anything fixed income. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I get it. Because I was there. I know what you're talking about. You don't have the kind of money to do that stuff. You want to, but your budget says no, 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 no. It's kind of like the song by, rehab. Think about it. I say I need to go to rehab, and my people say no, no, no. I want to go to Vintage Computer Fest East. The budget says no, no, no. I can't force the budget to say yes, yes, yes. Because the budget is based on the donations that come in. So you just gotta do the best you can. Amy Winehouse was right about that. Different topic. But the economy is going to determine everything. Also, I'd like to remind people that we still would love to see you guys come into Discord to talk. Oh, the guy that was posting that spam about that NSFW server after I warned him to stop, I had to ban him. I just told him, I said, you've been warned. I told you. I don't want this stuff in the general chat area. You have areas for that. And it's NSFW content. So I said, no, we're not going there. Because it's not what I want to see in my channel. Red's homepage doesn't interest me. Red's homepage. Kind of sad. To be honest, I meant the onus is showing when you post that link. Are you? What are you talking about here? You talking about the post in the general chat this morning on my Discord? Or are you talking about something else? Yeah. Yes. Yes. I don't know why Red doesn't just find a better use of his energy. Yeah, he is. Unfortunately, he's not the only one on YouTube that is doing that. It's a shame. I'm surprised that his family doesn't encourage him to go get therapy and mental health support. But I can't condone his kind of actions either. So, by the way, we had 190 views yesterday on the show. We did really well in the reruns, which amazed me that people were coming back to watch the reruns. I'm hoping that I said at the beginning of the show is clipped, and just heavily posted every single YouTube page on the internet. Because if anything, that is indeed what this channel is about, right? Yeah, actually, they do have a deal. Let me explain this to those of you who don't know. I mean, the rate might differ based on your income level, but I got it down to $45 a week. Now, let's be honest. Anybody who tries to get mental health support, even if you have insurance paying 25%, 20%, or you got paid a 20% copay, a local therapist is still going to cost me about $50 a month. Or $50 a week. Usually it's a week, right? $50 a week, right? So that means, and that's for local therapists, that's for going to her local office, that's for, during office hours. And for some people like me, that kind of lands right on top of my show, which means my homework schedule would be messed up. So, 45 for BetterHelp versus 50 for local therapists on Anthem insurance. And I still have to pay the $50 copay. It's really, it's almost competitive. It really is. I'll be right back. I gotta use the bathroom. But I mean, it really is competitive. So, hold on a minute, guys. Okay? I mean, let's look at the numbers. Where BetterHelp actually is not bad. If my insurance says I have to pay a 20% deductible, okay, and your typical therapist charge you $200 a session in Connecticut, okay, a fifth of $200 is $40. Now, $40 but you have to go to their office, which means you have to add in transportation costs. And yet with BetterHelp, you can do teletherapy at home, and you can work with a therapist which is licensed in your state for $45 a month. That's all I was paying for Lanita. I was always paying $45, just $45. And it was convenient because we would have our sessions 6 o'clock on Wednesday nights, which was fine because I didn't have to worry about missing up my appointment. I knew when it was. I could have a chance to eat dinner beforehand. It was conveniently got a chance to relax. And I just go in, just check in. We do our session, about 45 minutes. And then I do whatever assignment she gives me. And then I just go on to the, whatever else I have to do that day. Whereas with the other way, you're going to have to get right there to the office and you got to wait in the waiting room. And at least when I'm in the equivalent of a waiting room on BetterHelp, I could go ahead, I could quickly check my Discord, I could check my YouTube channel stats and everything. So it's convenient. And that was cool. And for some people, I know I'm not sponsored by them. I don't care if I'm sponsored. I'm going to speak up on my behalf because I think that they were decent for what they did. Okay, there are some things where working with a local therapist office can be an asset if you need certain services that a local therapist can arrange that BetterHelp can't. Okay, for example, a therapist might say, well, I can give you a referral to a certain, rehabilitation services, whatever like that. That's fine. And some people need that. But for me, I didn't really need it, but I did ask her because she also worked with the regular Department of Mental Health and Addiction Services in the daytime. This is like her side hustle. She told me, she said, Michelle, given the fact that you're over income, you couldn't get the help anyway. And I said, you're not even eligible for case management. So I want to go back to her again. I think she's decent. I think she was a good program for me. Okay. You can get it down to $45 a week. That's not bad, like I said. And you can schedule with your therapist the hours that work for you. Like I said, Wednesday night, 6 o'clock was good for me. And I could still do, if I wanted to do something afterwards, our sessions would end about 6:45. I could technically got done a night show after that if I chose to, which I didn't do much, but well, maybe I could do that, yeah. I'm still waiting for a response from Hello Fresh right now and Skillshare. I'm still gonna push those two. No call INS yet. What's INS? Immigration Naturalization Service? Yeah, I could flood with sponsorship apps, but again, I want to pick the sponsorships I believe in. I'm not just going to go ahead I mean, like Monster Drink International wanted to give me a sponsorship, and I said no, absolutely not. I don't drink energy drinks. Why am I going to try selling something I don't believe in? I won't do that. No, look, guys, let me be honest when I say this about certain psych meds. Okay, I would not put even a dog on Prozac. I wouldn't put a dog on Abilify. I wouldn't put even my worst enemy on certain psych meds. Absolutely not. And even if I'm first of all, I'm not a medical doctor. I cannot prescribe them. I don't believe in them. Okay. Unless, like, I see everybody still keep trying to promote this GLP, this stuff for weight loss. Do you know? I watched a video by a medical doctor who talked about the side effects of these GLP products. They can be lethal. You can't just start giving yourself jabs to this stuff and hope your weight's gonna drop like a rock. It can kill you. It's well, trimmed it 3 times. Well, let me just go make my use of another place where you need a narrow shingle. It's just gotta make sure you measure it carefully to get the right size. If now it's too narrow, maybe you can use it as a guideline to see how much more you need to make it a little wider for the next one. Yeah, some do. But they need to be properly monitored by medical teams, not by some website trying to tell you, take this drug and you're going to magically lose weight. These medications, Ozempic, GLP, other ones, these things are dangerous. They're not meant to just be over-the-counter medications. And even over-the-counter medications can still be dangerous. Aspirin can still be very bad for you if you overuse it incorrectly. Ibuprofen, acetaminophen can destroy your liver. These are things that you need to work with your medical team on. You can't just self-diagnose. Uh, oh, that is another option. Again, I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not going to give a diagnosis. All right. Yeah, but like I'm sure your doctors told you, David S., that there is concerns with these medications that need to be kept in mind. Some patients, it doesn't work well for them. I love fresh bread. I love freshly burning wood too in a wood stove or in a campfire. So let's see. Let's see if there's any updates on the sponsorships. Tell us about your elephants. Oh, that's for a doctor's appointment. Now live on your channel, NVIDIA, experiencing job for Keynote Learning, PayPal, nonprofit fundraising made easy. PayPal working with GoFundMe. There you go. It's kind of what we were talking about earlier. Except it isn't for profit. We're not a 501c3. Exactly. Well, all bread except matzah bread for Passover is going to have yeast in it. That's what makes bread poofy and soft and squishy. Don't you love a beautiful fresh ciabatta or beautiful Italian bread that's nice and smushy and warm? Oh, God, yes. With a nice big slab of butter on it. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. Yes, because what happens is the yeast eats the sugar in the dough, which causes the yeast to fart. Now, farting yeast is what makes the carbon dioxide, which makes the bread rise. And of course, when you put it in the oven, this is kind of hastened along even further as the dough starts to expand because of the carbon dioxide buildup in the dough. That's the reason why bread is the way it is. It's a chemical process. I'm not into nut butter. I'm just the good old regular milk butter. Cow's milk butter. Lightly salted butter. Tasty. That's pretty much what it is. They eat the sugar in the dough and then they fart. And that's one of the reasons why bread is you'll see the dough rise even before you bake it. Now, some people make the mistake of punching the dough down, but the problem is for some breads, yeah, you got to, but other breads, you don't really want to ruin the outgassing because it's going to make the bread rise nicely. So some bread you do not want to punch down because otherwise you're just going to ruin the bread. Yeah. Now, by the way, I wanted to play some of the music that it's about time. Almost time to wrap it up. I want to play the one song that is in our playlist. It's you can listen to this music in the download section. Let's see, Michelle's music. Oh, well, no. There we go. Let's see. Okay. I want to just play. What the heck? Okay. This is the song I wanted to play because I think it's really cool. I want you to listen to this one. This is one of the songs in the playlist you can listen to. Tell me if this doesn't sound almost like Gordon Lightfoot here.
Whispers of dawn in the northern glades, ever-sung branches where the manna cascades, echoes of old scars cut through the green from the dead scar's shadow where the light intervenes. Withered trails from the south, portals torn and wide, blasted echoes calling, but the sun's my guide. Life rebuilds in the crimson glow, older than the ruins, fiercer than the foe. Silver moon roads guide me home, through the scars where the shadows roam. Quail fellas calling, sun's embrace so true, and on all below lead me back to you. Silver moon roads.
Okay,
Memories linger like banners in the breeze. Blood elf wander chasing distant seas. From blasted lands, dead scars, night far stride a scouting phoenix rising bright. Misty arcane veils on the shepherd's gate, teardrops of manna healing every fate. I hear the call in the windswept tower, reminding me of the power. Silver moon roads guide me home, through the scars where the shadows roam. Quail fellas calling, sun's embrace so true, and our Allah below lead me back to you. Silver moon roads, winding from the blight where the darkness try to claim, but the sun wells fire, ignites the flame again. Quilled array spirit, unbroken and free, shoal art and whispers, come home to me. Silver moon roads guide me home, through the dead scar portals.
I like this one. Why?
Fellas calling, sun's embrace so true. From blasted lands the journey through, and Allah below lead me back to you. Mighty silver moon, through the scars where the shadows roam.
I like that one a lot. That's called Silver Moon Roads Take Me Home. Originally it was supposed to be more like a John Denver one, but I kind of decided to change the words heavily, and it ended up sounding like Gordon Lightfoot. So I like Gordon Lightfoot too, so it's no big deal. So it's really a cool song. It's just and let's not forget The Light I Keep. Why not? Let's play that one. Because let's see. Thoreau, this is the reason why we have this channel.
In a sea of voices loud and wild, I built a beacon, soft and mild, with story songs and candlelight. I offered warmth in darkest night. I wasn't perfect, no, not at all, but I answered every lonely call. And though my hands forgot to say, my heart was grateful every day. But they don't see the storms I break, the hearts I hold, the lives I save. I keep the fire, I mend the seams, and sail through other shattered dreams. I may not speak the things they see, but love still flows from light I keep. I trusted some to guard my flame, but they forgot what brought them fame. They spoke for me in words unkind, not knowing all the weight I mind. The sailors fled, the harbor dimmed, their joy replaced by rumors grim. But still I stood with tearful grace, refusing shame to take my place. 'Cause they don't see the storms I brave, the hearts I hold, the lives I save. I keep the fire, I mend the seams, and sail through other shattered dreams. I may
Don't
not
stand.
speak the things they see, but love still flows from
Thank you.
light I keep. One day I'll rest, the wind will still, but not until I've climbed this hill. I save, I sing, I stand alone, a lighthouse made of flesh and bone. So judge me not by what you hear, but by the hearts I draw near. I don't need crowns or perfect speech. The souls I touch are still in reach. And if I stumble, if I weep, no love still burns in the light I keep. I keep.
What do you think this channel is about? That's pretty much my channel in a nutshell. A light I keep. That's what we do. We try to be a community that supports each other and help each other. It's too bad that some of the other YouTube content creators don't seek to do the same thing with their channels. And that's the reason why there's only 11 of channels like mine on YouTube. I'm one of 11 channels that do this. I'm one of 4 channels that have elf ears. So you think about that. We stand out. And by the way, if you want to hear the songs, they are available in Michele's music playlist. and you can play that there if you want. It's on my YouTube channel and my downloads in the playlist. Look for Michele's Music, and there you'll find the full playlist of all the songs. I found some of the songs were misfiled on another playlist, which I fixed and made it better. And so it is now 11 o'clock. It's now 12 noon, top of the hour. And I just want to say that I do not necessarily have anything scheduled for tonight, but we do want to let you know that tomorrow there's going to be mixed precipitation. And it looks like in a couple of days, not necessarily tomorrow, but there might be some maybe tomorrow too. But on Thursday, I think it's Thursday or Friday. I think it's Friday. There might be snow, and Saturday and Sunday maybe snow too. So please be aware of that and try to be ready for that. And by the way, thank you, Naz, for coming this morning to the show. And as far as the music, just go look it up on my playlist on YouTube. It's readily, all the songs are there. All of them that I have published. There are many songs I never published. So they have my own local collection of pieces of music. Which I sometimes share out on Silver Moon. And don't forget too that Wednesday, coming up this week, it looks like we're going to try to get some gaming in. I'm not sure if we're going to play retail or if we're going to play Turtle Wow. How we could play either one. It depends on if the Turtle Wow group wants to still play. So let me know what the plans are. Oh, I'm kind of tired of it too, because there's some areas in town just don't do a good job shoveling, and other places tried, like CVS did with the snowblower, but the problem is they left it too narrow for my walker to easily get in there to the sidewalk, so I just ended up just going on the breakdown lane of the road. Not a healthy way to do it, but oh well. You have to do what you gotta do. Alright, so let's get the blessings in. Let's get those in. Make sure I get the right one here. May all of you have a happy and safe day. Stay out of trouble. Do share and clip the first few minutes of the morning show and send it to every single YouTube channel. I don't mind. Get the message out there. This is not a drama channel. We're not going to become one. No matter how much people like Hakate want it to be that way. It will never be a drama channel. I promise you. It never will be. Amen to that one. We got that. And also don't forget too, we love you. We care about all of the community. We want to see this community grow stronger, more vibrant, and with people that truly care about one another's well-being and not sitting there and basically use each other as punching bags. I agree to that. The service is ended. Time to go peace, kind, love, and don't forget the party on, dude. And everybody, we'll see what we can do for Friday night. There'll be a Friday night. Let's talk about things on Michelle's channel, portrait stream, and then of course we have the Discord panel on Saturday night. No, we're not going to do hybrid with the Google Meets. That was just confusing for everybody. But it's going to be just a regular Discord panel on Saturday night as well. So, yes. And what about you? You're going to do another couch one? You know what? It's funny because I listened to the sound, and you did too. The sound was fine. I don't know why our phone was indicating that the sound was low, because it wasn't low. Maybe our phone is too stupid. Oh, you mean your tablet? Yeah, it could be just too stupid. But we'll see you guys soon. So keep an eye on this Wednesday night space to see what kind of stuff is going on. Until then, we'll see you later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
Michele Marie Dalene, I will always be there for you. Michele, never stop believing in yourself. Go out there and show the world what you can do. Go kick some ass and have a good time doing it. I love both of you so much. I love how far you have come on YouTube.
In the summers